Labor's contentious tax reforms have passed through the lower house of Parliament, but the coalition is vowing to exert, quote, maximum pressure to force a longer inquiry into the proposed changes. Joining us to discuss today's headlines is Independent MP Dai Le and ALP President Wayne Swan. Good morning to you both. Wayne, I'll start with you. If this tax proposal is so good, what is the problem with allowing Parliament more time to look into it?
Well, they can look into it. They're sensible and measured reforms, but we've got to get cracking on this. It's not as if we haven't been here before. These reforms have been debated for years and years.
But they haven't been taken to an election, Wayne. The voters haven't agreed to them.
They'll be taken to an election when we go to the next election.
After they've already been passed.
But because we can't continue to go on with the problems in the housing market that we've got. We've got to give younger people a go in the housing market. That's precisely what these reforms do. And they put much greater fairness in the tax system across the board as well.
This reform does not actually build a single new house, and we know that. You will not address the cost of the supply, the cost of building a house.
We're addressing all of those things.
You're not going to see, there's nothing in the bill that says it'll be a bit cheaper, that government takes away GST or other taxes that are, in New South Wales,
people are calling for long-term reform. This is long-term reform.
Over $500,000 of taxes, government taxes, goes into building a house. So a $1.2 million average house at the moment in New South Wales, is half of that goes into government taxes. So if the government really wants to address the affordability of houses, they should take away government taxes, because that's what's keep the building of houses. So this bill doesn't actually address that.
If only the tax system was that simple, Di. These are sensible reforms. People have been calling for them. They'll give young people a better go in the housing market, and you should get behind them.
No, the problem with this bill, and I think Allegra Spender, the independent member of Wentworth, who's done a lot of work around tax reform, the government did not take any of the amendments that she proposed. And my amendment was to actually, okay, this is such a huge, as you said, a huge major reform. It should be taken to the election. So my amendment was to say, okay, extend this to May 2028 or whenever the election is.
Don't do anything in the housing system for another couple of years, We're going to get cracking and get the housing system working for young people in Australia. We're proud of that. These reforms are not all that controversial. We've seen them before. We need them now, and they'll work.
But the other thing too, Wayne, I mean, it's not actually coming into force until 2027, and yet you're not allowing any debate now.
But it's having an impact in the market. It's having an impact in the market before it goes through. That's a good thing, because we need this fundamental structural change. People talk about long-term reform. This is long-term reform. It's happening, and it takes a while to work.
So it's a good thing that house prices are falling?
It's not a good thing that they're going up or down. It's what we need in the housing market is prices which are reasonably steady over time. Do people want prices going up through the roof all the time so everything becomes unaffordable?
But there's prediction that it could go down by about 2%. But even that though, an average house to buy in my area in Fowler and Camerata is about $1.2 million. Now,
and that's been bloated by investors and locked ordinary people out of the housing market.
How do you know that they're investors? How do you know that they're not families that are 4 or 5, 2 or 3 families coming together to buy a house? Because I know these are families trying to buy a house. House prices, yes, absolutely, is gone through the roof, but that dropping that price down by 2%.
If you want to give first home buyers a go, get behind the reforms,
is not going to make more houses being built in Western Sydney. It's not going to make it more affordable.
This is not the only measure that we've got. We are building more houses.
Young people are coming to me and telling me that the whole tax changes that you guys are proposing is going to impact their savings to put a deposit to buy their first home.
See, if you listen to Dai, Wayne, I mean, Labor clearly hasn't convinced people of this argument yet.
Well, we'll never convince Dai because she believes in an unfair tax system. We believe in a fair tax system. This is part of tax reform, and it's going to deliver affordable housing.
Threshold. Currently, the tax threshold is so low.
Yes.
Increase the tax threshold.
Well, I did, Dai, when I was Treasurer. I made it 18,000, actually.
Well, 18,500, and it's still the same, though. It hasn't matched in the rising inflation, Wayne.
All right.
Well, when you worked out how you want to fund those reforms, let me know, Di.
Okay. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for you guys this morning. Plenty of debate to be had, at least here, if not in the Parliament. Hey, Carl?